promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk with Buffs, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk with BWatts, where the passion runs deep. Oh, sports talk with BWatts, where the passion runs deep. There's a love in the air for the game and the grind, for the players who hustle, leaving it all behind. Through the sweat and the tears, the blood and the fight, BWatts tells the stories under the bright light.
Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts. You're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I come to you by the digital airwaves of YouTube. Tonight, we're going to talk about the East-West Shrine Bowl practice. There are some players out there. I think it's total of 5, maybe 6, if you count Shedeur. We're going to talk about with Coach Dre and RDMM Media, and we're going to sit back and see what are you saying down in the chat below. So if you got a question that you would like us to answer, or RDMM Media or Coach Dre to answer, put it in the comment section. I'll get it up to them, and they'll deliver it for you. All right? Probably won't be able to answer them all tonight, but we will do our best to satisfy you, because you are the reason why we are here. All right? And also, around about the 8:30 hour, I want to talk about the man of the hour. Who is Coach Dre? Why do they call him Coach Dre? Where do he coach at? Coach Dre. I get several comments about that in my email and over there on the other show at my job. Who is Coach Dre? Well, when I tried to tell you, didn't want to listen. I'm going to let him tell you tonight. Coach Dre, the coach. I'm sure people over there on RDMM Media and Coach Dre's side of the fence knows who Coach Dre is, but people on Bernard Watts' side they don't know who is Coach Dre and why y'all call him a coach. And also, you got to remember, I think RDMM Media talking about sometime last year, end of last year, that he was a coach too. So hey, we got some coaches in the house. All right, let's bring the guys up, and we're gonna get this show on the road. I promise you. I will not hold you long. About an hour, 15 minutes. Now I'll let you go. All right? Appreciate y'all. What's going on?
What's going on, bro? How you
Hope
feeling?
everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody's doing fine. Let's get this show on the road. Hey,
Hey, BWatts.
BWatts.
Hey, you sound your mic is like muffling or something. I don't know if it's just me.
Let's see. All right now.
It's chopping up, but the chat saying the same thing. It's chopping up. I thought I was the only person that was hearing the choppiness.
All right. I don't know what it's up. Let me see. I got it on. Mine a little closer to. Can y'all hear me now? Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It just sounds super muffled. So we good. The chat saying the same thing. So I thought I was the only person that was tripping. But you good.
All right, here we go. Check this out. What's going on? I hope everybody that's doing fine. Yahweh, what's going on? My dog, Selma Jones, haven't missed a show yet. My girl, what's going on, SB? Tell Camille I appreciate that intro. Everybody say, hey, that's a country song. I need to start you up. TM, what's up? Trying to get y'all this shout out before we get started. Tim, what's up, man? What's going on? Mike Muffles. All right. They were all just toast. I don't know what it is. All right. Hey, there's some highlights over there on X that I saw. Colorado players out there in the East, West, and Shrine practice. But before I go into that, there was an article that I was reading. It's from Yahoo Sports Coach, right? And Raw Demand Media. They said sources said Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns, and the New York Giants asked Shedeur not to practice or participate in the practice at the Shrine Bowl. Good move, bad move. Talk to him, Coach Ray.
I mean, most people knew he wasn't going to participate. This was another selfless act by Shedeur Sanders to make sure that his brothers was going to be seen and compensated by the NFL. I don't think anybody with good football sense thought Shedeur was going to come and risk being playing in this game. This was just for him to come and meet with the teams. And you see how they set it up with the Titans coach being one of the coaches and things of that nature. So no, it wasn't a bad move. Again, this only a bad move because it's Shedeur Sanders. When other quarterbacks did it and other players did it, it was never a bad move. It was a great business decision. But because Shedeur is doing it, now it's a problem. But no, nobody who should be a top 5 pick would do this. What people don't understand is Travis Hunter could have played in this game if he wanted to, because the Shrine Bowl is the one game where they'll let the underclassmen that declare for the NFL, they'll let them come play in that game. And why would you play? If you've been watching the practices, you've been seeing a few kids fall or get injured and stuff. We don't have time to risk to risk that. So it was a great business move by Shedeur, and I don't think nobody with good football sense thought that Shedeur was going to play in that game, even when the invites came out. And he told you in the interview again, he kind of like Coach Prime. He told you, he said, "I came here to shine the light on my guys and to shine a light on this game, so the other guys could get noticed." So I made sure that they knew I was going to be here, things of that nature. But nobody with good sense thought that Shedeur was going to play in that game.
When you break down the whole situation, it was just a calculated business move. How do you attract players to come to the bowl, right? You headline with Shedeur Sanders, you highlight Shiloh Sanders, you highlight the rest of the Colorado players. And when you look at their practices versus the east side, the west side is more competitive as far as practice go. You see them really getting after it. You see the attention to details on the west side more than the east side, because they're taking it more serious on the west side, because they know everybody's there to see the west side because of all the Colorado people that's there. Even when Shedeur is doing his interview, you see how busy, how many people he attracted just for his interview. So just to get everything squared away, I mean, you got to use Shedeur. He's the face. It's just as simple as that. So they got a face there to attract better players to come to that bowl. It's marketing, it's business 101. That's how you got to look at it.
Coach Ray. Also, I read over there, the Tennessee Titans head coach, Brian Callahan, had the opportunity to meet with Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and he came away impressed with the way Shedeur handled himself, maturity, composure, and character. He also said you can tell he's been raised right. What does that say about the father and the coach of Deion Sanders and Coach Prime?
It tells you that, again, the same thing I've been saying and what we've been preaching for years is the character of the man. That is Deion Sanders. Shedeur's called grown for a reason. He's mature beyond his age. Uh, he been raised in the spotlight. He's been raised in the spotlight, so he knows what comes with this. These people just need to want to sit down and talk with Shedeur so they can see Shedeur. Also, to step outside of that shadow, because as long as you're with Dion, it's like it's a shadow over you and things of that nature. But to see this kid talk and to hear his chalk talk and to see how he can break down plays and how intelligent the young man is, how he carries himself, how he's never been in any trouble. It's a great thing to see. And that again, these NFL teams are gonna dig, guys. They gonna dig. They gonna dig. They gonna go as back far as your little league coach. But in this case, your little league coach is your dad, is Coach Prime. But they're gonna try to find other people outside of him to try to talk to and try to figure out. They're gonna go down to Jackson and they're gonna talk to the people in Jackson, students, teachers, whatever they can talk to. They just want to find out what Shedeur really is. But that young man stood up there, and like he said, he ain't ducking no smoke. He ain't trying to hide from nobody. He gonna answer every question that you bring at him. He gonna give you what you're looking for. Again, I told you, it ain't about what you say, it's how you say it. Shedeur Sanders is saying everything the right way. He letting people know that, hey, if you don't draft me, that's on you, cause you missing out. Cause I know what I can do. I know I've been raised the right way. I've been in this spotlight. The lights ain't gonna never be too big for me. For Deion Sanders, Shedeur said some real stuff. What parent don't want to be involved in their child's success? You name me a parent. Just because it's Deion Sanders, he's not supposed to want to make sure his children get the best. Ain't that's what every parent wants? So I mean, sometimes we have to look outside of him being a coach and understand he's at the end of the day. The first thing Deion Sanders is gonna tell you is I'm a father. That's the first thing he gonna tell you before. He gonna tell you he's a Christian. He love God, but right after that, I'm a father and I'm a parent, and that's I'm not no stepdaddy. I ain't no. I'm a father. I'm in my kid's life. So this is great for all of those guys. I'm happy for them. I'm just glad that Shedeur is getting a chance for people to really see who Shedeur Sanders is.
He also said, Rob, he can handle the spotlight, his professionalism, understanding of financial responsibility were additional traits that stood out to him. I guess that's why they call him wrong.
Should have been raised like that all his life. So I mean, what this step to NFL is not nothing that's going to change. The thing that's going to change you around more adults. That's what's going to change, right? You around grown men, but outside of just the natural life of just living as a football player and the spotlight, he's been in that for a long time. So this ain't nothing new. For us, when you look at Shedeur. So what he's doing right now is he's just handling business. Talking like he's been a professional for years. When you actually sit down and listen to him, he talks like he's been a professional for years, but he groomed for this 4 years. This ain't something new, but also having an NFL head coach in the building at Colorado helps. Being able to talk to Pat Shermer on an everyday basis, understand what the process, what he's about to go through, the questions typical questions they might ask, all this stuff he's been groomed for. So this is nothing, man. It's just a process, another day of living in the life of Shedeur Sanders.
All right, let's talk about the practice today. Player that was out there before we move on to another topic. That's Will Sheppard, one. Then I talk about Jimmy Horn Jr. Then we'll talk about Cameron Sr. and Craig. Then we'll end it with Shiloh. Starting with Will Sheppard. It's a video that I saw, Coach Dre. Uh, Nothing surprising to me what I saw. I think he did real good. He had one catch that I saw on the sideline. They threw a penalty on. I've been seeing it all year. He catches the ball at its highest point, especially toward the sideline and the red zone. So when you look at Will Sheppard, just at the what did you see?
I've got a chance to see the whole practices. He looks like an NFL ready receiver. He has the size, he has the ability, and like you say, he attacks the football. He attacks the football. He's not waiting for the ball to come down. He's gonna go get the ball at his highest point. He's running good routes. I know we've a lot of people been talking about him getting off the jam and stuff like that. I saw him get off the jam this week. He's looking real good. Again, I think leaving Vanderbilt, I think he was a second or third round grade coming to the University of Colorado, and that's why we keep saying these guys are so selfless, because he could have easily probably went to the league last year and been a second or third round draft pick. But he wanted to show the people that he could play and be play at a bigger. Well, you can't get no bigger than the SEC, but play somewhere else with a great quarterback like Shedeur Sanders. So he got the opportunity to do so, and he's taking advantage of this opportunity. If Shedeur Sanders was throwing the ball right now, we look a lot better. But that's no knock on the quarterbacks that are there. They've been throwing some decent balls, but it ain't what these guys are used to. And that's another thing that's for all of them. They got to get adjusted to that. But that catch he did today on the sideline, it was pass interference on the DB. He just went up and got the ball. It was probably one of the highlights of the West practice today in the team session. But he's been excelling all week. These 2 days, I've heard his interview process has been amazing. They like the way he talks. Like I say, when I say chalk talk, guys, I'm talking about them getting them guys on the board, making sure they understand the depth of the route, what this route is, the terminology, and the talk, football talk. So when I say chalk talk, that's what I'm talking about. So, but yes, he's having a great day. I'm hoping to see him again tomorrow. Him never another putting in another great day, but he's been having a great practice these last 2 days.
Jimmy Horn. And what else we gonna talk about, man? I mean, time to
No,
handle
no, no. We'll
business.
share. We keep it going around.
Will Sheppard. Okay, we still on Will Sheppard.
Yeah.
All right. So when you look at Will, right, the prototypical size wide receiver that you're looking for at the NFL level, right? A 6'3" guy, who's gonna run about around 4'5", 4'6" in a 40. But also, he's the red zone guy that you're looking for, right? Somebody you could throw the ball up to, go get it. One hand, two hand. If you need him to run a slant, he can run a quick slant on you. It just makes the game easier for a quarterback, right? Anytime you can put a lanky receiver out there that can make you have to challenge different ways and have to force you to jam them, you in business. So he's gonna make a lot of money just off of just making the game easy for a quarterback. With a big catch radius, a big receiver, it just makes the game easier for a quarterback. So when it's at the end of the day, Will Sheppard is just going out there and handle business. He knows money on the flow, and we gotta go get it, and that's what we're chasing. Let's get that money on the flow and change our draft grade to get higher up in the draft.
Coach Ray, LaJohntay Wester. I did a show this week. I think he's gonna be still in the draft. That's just my opinion. Could be wrong, but that's how I see it. Right now, when I look at my draft poll, he's between third and fourth round to me. If he don't, he's still gonna. We're gonna see him next year on the NFL team. People don't understand that I be talking to over there on the community section through my emails and JR them also, right? Through the group text. At FAU, dude caught 108 passes, man. 808 passes. That's 2 years ago. That's on film that the scouts can look at. He caught 108 passes, almost 1,200 yards, and 8 TDs. Now, with Colorado, when you got like Heisman Trophy winner receiving more of the attention at the receiver on offense, he still went out and caught 74 passes. Almost 1,000 yards. Really, 931 yards, and he still came away with 10 TDs. Coach, I'm in Colorado Buffalo. Coach Dre, I'm trying to tell you, whoever get this dude getting a blessing. When I look at Kansas City, I see that number 1. I see LaJohntay. When I look at Buffalo, when I look at that number 10, I see LaJohntay all over. So whoever, and if anybody take a chance on him, but they getting the steal of the draft. Talk to me.
Right now he's putting on a show at the practices. He's unguardable. He's unguardable. He putting guys in the spin cycle so bad. It's amazing what you seeing him do. And then he's going out there. They did a drill where they were catching the punts. I think he held on to 5 ball. He held on to 5 balls, and they kicked the 6 ball, and that's when he finally dropped one. So every
Okay.
time he kick one, he catch it. They kick another one, he had the ball and catch it. The kid's ball hand-eye coordination is amazing. And this the thing is, not only is he a receiver, he's gonna be a heck of a return man. So now you getting 2 for 1. You getting 2 for 1 with drafting him. Like you say, he's pushing himself up every day, every day, every day. Like you say, BWatts, he might mess around and sneak into the late 3rd round. He might mess around and sneak.
I would take a chance on the Coach Dre. I would.
And
You get it there.
I think if he continues in what he's doing right now, I think he'll get a combine invite because of what he's doing. Every team that he talks to, they love him. They like his hard work. They like he been unguardable. Every time they went to one-on-ones and somebody tried to guard him, it was he just put him in a spin cycle. He made a heck of a catch in the end zone with a little toe tap. They threw a deep ball on a seam route about 30, 40 yards in. He toe tapped in the back of the end zone. He's really been a guy putting on a show for the University of Colorado and himself for this weekend. He's getting himself paid. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. LaJohntay Wester is a special kid. And again, the biggest thing when he steps in the room, people know, like you just called out his stats. I went somewhere where I knew that I wasn't going to be the number one guy. Where I knew I was going to take a back seat, and I still came out with almost 1,000 yards and all that good stuff. So these guys know that I'm selfless. They know it ain't all about me. It ain't throw me the D ball every down. They know that these guys are selfless, are willing to be team ball players, and that's what you're looking for in the NFL right now.
LaJohntay Wester, he's gonna be all-purpose guy. In NFL. You can use him in different multitude of ways, which is what people are looking for in NFL. When you look at LaJohntay, you can put him in a Wes Welker. You see him out there just running routes right now. He looks like a Wes Welker, right? They can get in and out of breaks and get you first downs, right? Quick possession receiver, slot receiver. That you can move all over the field, use as a gadget player. But he's adding value, right? Because a lot of these wide receivers can't cover punts. So that's another added value that you can save a roster spot on that you don't gotta pay somebody. So the more value that you can get out of a player, that makes it easier for you to draft the player. As much as you see production in college, a lot of production in college can also hurt you in the NFL draft process. And I don't think people really know that, right? A lot of these people that get hired really don't have a lot of production in college because they're projecting what you might look like. And a lot of the kids that have a lot of production in college don't always get drafted high. They get drafted in the later rounds. So there's some things that, when you talk about the NFL, understand what you're looking at. And when you can add value to a team in multitude of ways, it's going to help raise your draft stock. So what you get out of LaJohntay is you're getting a kid that can do multitude of things that can help any NFL organization better. And that's what you love when you look at Colorado receivers as a totality is, that they've been there, they've been unselfish, they played with multitude of receivers that's going to possibly get drafted. So that they're going to share. They're not going to have this big ego. They're going to understand that they got to working to get to everything they want in the NFL. And that's what you love to see out of this whole unit of the wide receivers that we sent out there to the East and West Shrine game.
Hey, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watt. We got Coach Dre and RDMM Media. Y'all do my favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the videos if you don't mind. And while you're at, hit that bell notification. Also, go over there on RDMM Media and do the same thing. Hey, tomorrow at 11 a.m., I'm going to be talking about my favorite player of all time, Tony Dorsett. These days, Hall of Famer running back for the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. I'm telling you right now, do your research on it. Go there on YouTube, watch some videos of Tony Dorsett. I saw him First time I ever saw him. They was playing in the Sugar Bowl against the University of Georgia. I'm from Georgia. I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing them playing Pittsburgh. This dude, number 33, Tony Dorsett, ran all over them. Hey, tune in tomorrow. 11 a.m. and I'm gonna pivot back at 8 p.m. and I'm gonna be highlighting a wide receiver for Colorado. About 30 minutes, we'll share. Tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Sports Talk with BWatts. Coach Dre, your boy from Florida, Jimmy Horn Jr., looking healthy, coming out of the routes pretty good, running some crispy routes, and feel like you're having a good East and West practice. Talk to us about your boy, Jimmy Horn Jr.
He been doing his thing. I'm proud of him. I'm so happy that he's healthy. He look crisp. Only thing I'm mad about is my boy got on that ugly jersey, number 17. But we ain't gonna make no big fuss about it. We gonna whatever number we get, we gonna make everybody remember it, and that's what he's out there doing. Running great routes again. He another guy just like LaJohntay. They out there catching the punts. Being able to know that you're gonna get a specialist, and then his speed kills. His speed is killing. Nobody can run with him. I can't wait for us to get to the combine. To run a low 4.3, or maybe even or a low 4.2, 4.29, 4.31, something like that. That's what I'm expecting from him. He looking good. He been working hard. I'm just so happy for him. And I'm so happy that he has good guys around him. Like Shedeur's in the middle of his interview at the bowl game, and they just walking off of practice, and you know everybody there to see him. He just pulls Jimmy into his interview so the lady can talk with Jimmy as well as himself. But yeah, we've been having a great day. He didn't like his performance the first day. I thought he was okay. A couple of bad throws. Some of them wasn't his fault, but he came back today with his head on straight. Head on. He wasn't moping. He wasn't complaining. Went out there one-on-ones, doing great work. Team session, he looked good and crispy. So yes, I'm very proud of him. Like I said, we just want to get to this pro day, get to the combine, run some good times, good measurements and stuff, and put ourselves in the best position to get drafted. But he's having a great Shrine Bowl right now.
Money on the flow, Jimmy. Hey, you know what time it is. Hey, listen, we doing what we supposed to do. We just showing and putting everybody on notice right now. That's all you got to worry about, is that Jimmy Horn Jr. is coming out here to put everybody on notice. That hey, we got hurt during the season. We back healthy. We ready to go. Now it's time to perform. We know what these next 3 months is going to be, how important it is to get drafted, and also secure, the right deal, in the right, round. So he knows what's at stake right now. The blessing just for him to be there, is the biggest key, right? To be able to show your gifts and talents in that type of environment, and show that how much different he can use his speed against what the corners that's coming out in this draft, and how they can separate him. Because some of these teams, they just want pure speed guys. They don't care. Like if you look at Kansas City Chiefs, they want speed guys, right? So some of these organizations, they're gonna just draft you just because of pure speed, because they want to be a difference maker. And that's what Jimmy Horn can do. He can flip the field from anywhere. But he's just like Tay, somebody that you could put in multitude, that you could put him out there on punt return, on kick return, just to create some place for you in a positive way. So what Jimmy Horn is doing is he doing what he normally do. It's just he didn't get to show every bits and piece of it this year at Colorado, which sucked. But he's putting all his performances together right now, because he knows for this next 3 months. And he's going to kill it at the pro day. He's going to kill it at the combine, because he got the invite. So y'all stay tuned, because Jimmy Horn coming.
Coach Dre, another player I know going to get drafted. I don't put my name on nobody and go out and say I ain't worried about getting drafted. Shiloh Sanders, safety. One of the hardest hitting safeties. He got the fam last year in 2000, 2 years ago, 2023, and in 2024. Little rusty got injured, but hey, I'm telling you, Shiloh will hear his name called on draft day in the NFL. I guarantee you on that. Shiloh, the headache game, my dog, my favorite player on Colorado this year. And since they've been in Colorado, I expect him to go 23rd and 5th round. Talk to him about Shiloh Sanders.
Uh, he out there doing headache gang type stuff. He running up, trying to hit people.
Boy, them,
He's out there.
boy, ain't playing with me, boy.
He out there doing this thing. It's a heck of a thing to play DB, the same position that your father legendary played, but he's not playing corner, he's playing safety. He's gonna be a Brian Dawkins. I keep telling people a Brian Dawkins type of safety, hard hitting, leader of men. He talks with his shoulder pads and helmets. Shiloh ain't trying to do a lot of talking and all of that. He just trying to go out there and knock somebody out. But he been looking good. Look good in the one-on-ones, even guard receivers. But definitely look good against the tight ends. And great interviews, great interviews. Everybody likes him. If you like he said, one of the reporters, they say something about prime sons. He say y'all just call us prime sons, and we answer to it because we are prime sons. But we've always been our own individuals. Our dad has never tried to make us be in his light. Prime always told you, I don't need you to be the best. I need you to just give me your best. And Shiloh Sanders has done that. Again, he went to the SEC before Prime even got the job at Jackson State. And he was playing at the University of South Carolina. He wasn't just on the team. He was on every special team. And then I think the last 3 or 4 games he was starting. So that's the kind of talent he was. When he came to Jackson State, he oh my God. He got hurt. He came back exponentially quickly from a torn ACL. People forget he was what? Was he all Pac-12 last year? All Pac-12 last year, second team, something like
Shout
that.
out to
Like the kid, and so this year he got hurt, and that slowed him down a little bit. But he's ready. He's like I say, he's been having a great practice. I've been seeing him run with the number one group out there with the defense when I've been seeing him at practice. So you can expect good things from Shiloh Sanders and what he's doing. And like I say, he has a brand. He doesn't. He don't do a lot of talking. He gonna talk with his helmet and his shoulder pads, and somebody in the field gonna find out real quick who Shiloh Sanders is. No doubt about
When you look at Shiloh Sanders, what you see right now is just the start of his transformation from 3 months from now. When he's getting ready for the pro day and if he gets invited to the combine, which I think he will, you're going to see a difference. Right now, when I look at Shiloh, I can see him playing a role to Cooper DeJean from off the Philadelphia Eagles. I know a lot of y'all probably not looking at who this guy is, but if y'all watch the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all see this white safety that's back there in the backfield that lines up on tight ends, that lines up on wide receivers, that's playing safety. That's going to be kind of role what you're going to see Shiloh do, where he's going to have to cover tight ends, he's going to have to cover wide receivers, he's going to have to be that deep safety. Those are things that he can do. Shiloh right now is getting focused to get his body in right, to get it ready to go for him to run a 40. Shiloh will get drafted. What team he's gonna get drafted to, that's still to be determined, but Shiloh will get drafted. I know a lot of people don't think he will, but if you actually watch the film and actually watch what he's supposed to be doing, he's actually supposed to do. But I know a lot of people don't watch film and just they see what they want to see. But you're talking about the NFL, not college. The NFL game is played different than college is played, and that's what people don't realize, right? So the fact that Shiloh's a willing right, somebody wants to come up and hit, somebody who wants to come up and tackle, that's those things are needed. So you're gonna see Shiloh run. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna run a high 4.4, 4.5, somewhere in that range, which is gonna be big, which is gonna be huge, because that's gonna change his draft stock, right? Because a lot of people don't think he can run that, but he's gonna run somewhere in that area, which is gonna change his draft stock. So Shiloh will be good.
it. Hey, and then this the biggest thing. This the biggest thing is Swayze gonna have him about at a 4.4, but for all that talking that people doing, for all them other big time safeties y'all talking about, like you can watch practice. You know who out there with the first team and all them other guys sitting over down the sideline, Shiloh Sanders. He running with the ones on the West team. And like Rob just told y'all, they're showing y'all what they're gonna do with him. He down in the box. When you see him, if you get to see any of the clips, you see him down in the box. You'll think he a linebacker where he lining up at. You would think Shiloh was a linebacker. So you guys keep thinking the guy is weak, but the guy is a real ball player. He's always been a ball player. He'll keep being one, regardless of what y'all think.
Well, here's what I want people to understand. Like, yes, speed matters in the NFL, but your IQ can make up for your speed. And if you understand the game and you got a high IQ, you can make plays and not be the fastest person on the field because you're playing fast and you're understanding what you're reading, what the concepts is, what the person is trying to do, what the opposite person is trying to do. And so there's a lot of factors when you talk about the NFL versus college and what you can do. And so but I digress. Go ahead, BWatts. I'll say that for a different time.
I see you. I got you. Stop down the week. You and Scott. I just sent the text. But here we go. So now, but we'll do that. I've got a first. Cameron said I'm crazy. I know a lot of people question his size, maybe his 40, but dude, if you just want a football player, even on special teams, this dude, I'm telling you, man, he was the heart and soul of Colorado defense this year on the back end. So when you look at Cameron Simeon Craig, Coach Ray, if you're a scout tuning in, or if a general manager run across the video, what would you tell them about Cameron Simeon Craig as a football player?
I'll tell you, all I gotta do is tell you, go turn on the tape. Go turn on the tape. The tape tell you everything you need to know about this young man. He's a leader. He's a ball hawking safety. He got great ball skills. I understand the height, and things of that nature. But you can't measure the heart of a man. And what Cameron Simeon Craig brings to the table, you can't teach that. What he has, you can't teach. It ain't no book
Right.
for it. It ain't
True.
no drill for it. Ain't nothing you can do for what he got. And so if you skip on him, all you doing is add fuel to the fire every time. He just gonna remember. And he a guy that just come out and play. And again, guys, he didn't get handed anything. He came to Jackson. He had an offer to go to FAU as well. He was going with Shedeur. He came to Jackson. He started as a true freshman at the safety position. He came to Colorado. He did not start. But he knew he was ready. He knew he had his chance. He never gave it back. Last year, I think he was tied for interceptions in the Pac-12. The kid is just everything you're looking for in a real deal football player. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you talk about, like I said, when you look up the word dog, you should have a picture of him out there. He's another one that got my boy out there in that ugly 37 jersey, even though it's Coach Prime old jersey. But then they got some other DB safety back there with number 7 on, and you know, but like he say, man, I didn't. They asked him a question that I think Bucky say, hey, did you tell him you wanted 37? He was like, no, I ain't say I wanted no 37, but whatever number they give me, that's what I'm gonna rock, and I'm gonna make people remember me. So he's been running with the 2 group. At practice, but he's everything you want in a football player, and I'm happy for him. I think he'll get the opportunity late 6, anywhere from the 5th to 6th round. I feel like somebody should be calling his name.
For all these people that got a question about Cam, I'm gonna tell you a player to go look up who played in the NFL and played at a high level. He played for the Indianapolis Colts. His name was Bob Sanders. I want you to go look how tall he was, because him and Cam got the same protocol tip on size. They're around the same height, probably just way around the same. I want you to go turn on the tape and watch Bob Sanders plays and watch Bob Sanders highlights. And then I want you to turn on Cam's. And I want you to tell me how much different is the tape. For all those that think he can't play in the NFL, the ones that think he can't do this or do that, if you go and turn on Bob Sanders that played for the Indianapolis Colts and you see what he did, you can see envision Cam doing the same exact thing in the NFL. Because he's going to the grit, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and he already understands that most people don't want to see him there. So he's going to come out and show the world. And that's what he's doing right now at the East and West Shrine game. I mean, practice-wise, you know, he's doing his job. And as he gets to keep continuing to talk and interviewing with these teams, it's just going to get better and better. Because now you're seeing him off the field, and you're getting to talking, seeing how intelligent, how his IQ, how his mind work, and things like that to match the players on the field. And those are the things that's going to make and break him in the process. Because he's not going, I'm going to tell you right now, Cam is not going to wow you in the testing period as far as testing off the charts of being a freakish athlete, but he's going to win as far as IQ and understanding what his job is, what his role is in the defense, and play fast level. That's where Cam Craig is going to win that, and that's what's going to get him drafted. I know he might be a borderline 6th or 7th, looking, you know, undrafted, but there's going to be a team to take him because he's going to go through the process and he's going to interview well. And all you need is one team to like you. You're all 32. Well, back to you, BWatts.
Well, it's got it, Craig. Scott. Look at him. Before we move on, I got one more. We got to talk about Shedeur Sanders. I want to see him go first. I want to see him at Tennessee. Talk to him, Coach Trey. What you want to see him at? I want to be the first pick going to Tennessee.
I'm like him though. I just want him to get the opportunity. I don't want him to go to Cleveland. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell nobody that lie because I'll be telling y'all I do not want him to go to the Cleveland Browns. But the one of the 3 pick is okay with me. The Titans or the Giants, I'm okay with that. He won't get past the 3rd pick. But again, with Pete Carroll getting that Raiders job, I won't be surprised to see the Raiders try to come up and get one of those picks to try to get Shedeur Sanders. I know Pete Carroll loves Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is his type of quarterback. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Raiders, now that they have their head coach and know what they're looking for, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull him up. But wherever he goes, you know what you're getting with that guy. You're getting an assassin, a guy that knows the game, the guy that's going to put in the work, who already knows what it's like to be a pro, been having the pro mentality for a long time, and then you've been working with an NFL coach in Pat Sherman, who all like that was one of the biggest things he said in his interview. He said, "Me working with Coach Pat this year helped me so much." When I got in those rooms and talked to those GMs and those scouts and those coaches. And so that's going to take Shedeur a long way. So I'll be happy when I hear his name called, but I just hope it's 1 or 3. And more likely 1. I think, like I say, I think him and Cam Ward going neck and neck with the Titans. I think it's going to come down to who the head coach likes the best to see who goes to the Titans. But as long as it ain't the Cleveland Browns right now, I'm okay.
I'll say this. He's gonna get drafted in the top 3 picks. I don't think Cleveland's gonna be picking at number 2 when it's all said and done. And I think Shedeur is gonna end up being the 2nd pick. That's just me personally. I think Travis is gonna go 1, Shedeur is gonna go 2, Cam's gonna go number 3. That's just how I see the draft going. But I can rest assured he more than likely ain't going to Cleveland. I just think somebody's gonna trade up with Cleveland to get that 2nd pick.
Okay. All right, guys. What's your thing over with Coach Ray? Coach Ray, the coach. Talk to him, man. People want to know. How about you, Coach Ray? I got some people that ain't inquiring about this. They want to know about Coach Ray. Coach Ray, tell us, where did you start coaching? Where do you coach at? How did you get involved in coaching?
Uh, I coach at my high school. What happened was I was getting ready to graduate from high school. I was looked like I was going to mortician school. I had a thing with working with funeral homes. My granddaddy them they worked at a funeral home. So, but my granddaddy got sick, and so once he got sick, I wasn't gonna leave my grandma, my mama them. So I stayed here. So my high school coach was like, "Hey, coach." He wanted to keep me out of trouble, so he said, "Hey, I ain't gonna let you run the streets to do that. You gonna come out here and coach." So my first year out of high school, I started coaching at my old high school, Eastside High School. Uh, so I coached there. Went on to have kids, and then the dude who was like I call him my dad, Coach Johnson, the first coach that kept me there, he retired, and they hired a guy by the name of Kent Johnson. Uh, and he came in the East Side and he kept me there. And we went on a run. When Coach Johnson retired and stepped away, by that time I had started. We had started a youth program in Gainesville called the JP Rattlers. We and so I started coaching youth football. I got he my oldest son now. He was 10 and my baby son was 5. In my first year with the JP Rattlers, I went to the Nationals and won the national championship. So I just concentrated on bringing up the Little League. In that span of coaching Little League, I ran into a young man that you guys might know by the name of Anthony Richardson. He moved up here from Miami. Maybe he was in the 5th grade, going to the 6th grade. And I coached him all the way through middle school and all the way through high school. So I've been coaching for over 20 years now. A lot of people think I'm old. I'm just 40. I'm just 43 years old. But I got 2 national championships under my belt. But the main reason why I coach is because this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. It ain't about wins or losses. Nobody will tell you that Coach Dre is some kind of superstar, but I'm just a guy that living in my purpose. And when you living in your purpose, you change lives. And so that's why I understand where Coach Prime is coming from because I that's what I'm doing. It's not about wins or losses. I win because of the things, the way we handle business and the way we go about business. Everybody that's on the coaching staff now that at Eastside High School, I coached them. Every coach that's there, I coached them. The head coach, Gator Harold Hoskins, he played for the University of Marshall. You can go look him up. He was a great tight end, number 26. Got drafted by the Miami Dolphins. Played 3 seasons with the Dolphins, 1 season with the Seahawks, and then he happened to he came back home and went to teaching, and the job became open. I'll tell you guys a little story about. Sometimes you have to go. When I always tell y'all have to go through something to get to where you trying to go. So, my son is on now East Side. I haven't been coaching at East Side. I just been coaching Little League. Because the guys that they had, they wouldn't make the East Side stuff, and they bring in another coach, and my son is there. My oldest son is there, and I'm not on the coaching staff, but everybody around East Side knows me when I come out to practice or whatever. So the dude starts to try to handle my son. I'm not a guy that goes and gets in coaches' faces. Just so happened one of my guys that I grew up with, like he's like my brother, he's coaching on that staff. And so we have a conversation. And this this head coach, he comes at me crazy. We had a football game. They had just lost. I mean, this guy is hooting and hollering, trying to fight, and I'm just standing there like, bruh, do you know who I am? You just here coaching East Side. I am East Side. And so he put his hands on me. You know, he pushed me or whatever. I never reacted. I had my baby son with me and my middle son. Police come over. They say, "Sir, you want to press charges?" I say no because, again, I know what people don't know is most coaches, especially head coaches, they work at the school. So if I press charges against this man or do something, he loses his way of living. Because coaching don't pay you nothing. Don't let nobody tell you that high school coaching, especially in the state of Florida. Now I can't speak for Georgia and Texas, but Florida, these guys don't get paid. And so I didn't make a big deal about it. I come back home, everybody in the community in an uproar. They want me to make a big deal about it. But I know my son's a senior, and I can't afford for my son to miss out on the season, on the rest of the season. So I bite the bullet. And I teach my son them that you don't have to, God, and I'm going to show you how God gets you in the end and show you why I blessed him. So we walk into the banquet, and I could have got the man fired, all this good stuff. I walk into the football banquet, and his wife is sitting there pregnant. He finna have a child. And on my way home, my son said, Dad, I understand when you say you have to kill people with kindness. 3 months later, one of his players get in trouble. He bear calls the kid too much or too hard. He ends up having to be fired by the high school. And that's how Gator Hoskins ended up getting the job, because I was one of the guys that talked them up and people respect me. But if I had if I had tried to be, as y'all say, try to keep it real or do the dumb stuff, they never would have listened to me. Harold probably would never be the head football coach. So I'm just a guy that's, I tell y'all, I'm just a nobody trying to bless somebody. I'm just a nobody trying to bless somebody and be a blessing to people. So, but that's how I came about being a coach. That's Coach Dre is who I am, and that's who I'm gonna always be. Because, like I said, that's my calling. Go ahead.
Okay. Appreciate that introduction. Now, tell me and tell us, why do you follow Coach Prime so passionately?
I follow him so passionately because he's doing what other college coaches are not doing, or other coaches in period, is he's focusing on the young man. I understand what you are as a football player. I understand everything that you are as a football player, but I know that every guy in this room is not gonna be an NFL star. But he doesn't treat any kid any different. Can anybody tell me, does he treat Travis any different than he treats the governor? Any different than he treats these other guys? And like I say, I've been watching Prime since he was at Troop, when he was running his youth football league, and we got to see that up close and personal. Again, I just believe Coach, and like I said, this man was doing that while he was still working at the NFL Network. He was flying to the NFL Network, flying home to football games, flying back to the NFL Network. And when the Florida State job came open, and it was when I tell y'all, it was strong speculation in Florida that Deion Sanders was going to be the next football coach at Florida State at Florida State. And then they didn't pull the trigger because of some of the people that were in their program. When he got the job at Jackson, unbeknownst to a lot of people, one of my players who now is here coaching at University of Florida, Big Lou. If y'all ever see, if you on my page on Twitter, you see the big lineman, line skill dude, Big Lou. He played at Jackson State. He got a scholarship and he played at Jackson State. So I already knew about Jackson. I knew about what was going on there. So for him to be in an HBCU where I had brothers that played in HBCU and things of that nature, people from my family graduated from Bethune-Cookman. So I knew what the HBCU realm meant. But I also knew what this was going to mean for HBCUs. But like I say, it's about the man. It's about the character of the man that I follow. It's not about people call folks primates and all that. You can call me all of that if you want to. But also remember to say what he does for people, because there's other coaches not doing that. And what I'm telling you is I'm right here in Gainesville, Florida, where I saw that up close and personal. Just because you make things look okay just because you're winning. But when you're not winning, it's a problem. And I'm worried. Urban Meyer told y'all I treat walk-ons like walk-ons, and I treat stars like stars. You never heard Deion Sanders say that. You've never heard Deion Sanders say that. Everybody gets an opportunity. Everybody gets a chance. and he loves these young men. And you haven't seen that in college football. And now he's changing the game to where that's what it's going to take. And that's the main reason why I follow him so hard, why I support him so hard, because he gets a bad rap everywhere else. So if I can get, like I say, if I can get out here and just talk about the positive, because it's enough negative going on. You can go anywhere and find the negative talk for Deion Sanders. You can just go to YouTube and stroll and they boy listen. That's what it's gonna be, Twitter, whatever. But that ain't what I'm about. And like I say, I'm about black excellence, and I'm a black coach. And why would I want to? And what do you see going on now in college football, even in the NFL? Black coordinators got black guys getting promoted to coordinator positions. You know, when you get to be coordinators, the next thing is to be a head coach. And Deion told you when he left Jackson State, I gotta go do this because I gotta open the doors for these other guys that want to coach. So he opened the doors for the Michael Vicks and the Deshaun Jacksons, the Terrell Buckleys of the world. Ed Reed wants to be a football coach. So does Ray Lewis, Andre Johnson. Devin Hester is down here in Orlando running a youth program with some of the best youth kids in America. So these guys are out here working, and they need somebody to do what Nick Saban did for all those coaches he did it for. You don't even hear about Lane Kiffin if Nick Saban don't bring him in to Alabama and turn his career around. The Texas head coach, Steve Sarkisian. Steve Sarkisian had got in big trouble. He came into Alabama as an analyst one year. Then the next year he took over as the OC. Then he ended up being a head coach. Bill O'Brien, who now the head coach at Boston College. So Deion Sanders is doing what everybody else is doing, but he's doing it, and he's always putting God first. And a man that can put God first and don't never let nobody. If I can't go, if my God can't go, I can't go. And you got to follow something like that. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I support Coach Prime in any and everything that he does.
Okay. Another question, Coach Ray. Why do you feel it in your heart to help others, people who got podcasts, YouTube, covering Coach Prime or what else? I think you said you started with where I first started seeing you at with Raw the Bad Media. I think I seen you on somebody else podcast the end of this year and this year, and you've been helping me out whenever I call you. What make you do things like that?
Bro, that's just me. That's just always been me. When I watch, we started at Colin with Life in Football. When Colin
Okay.
first started, it was about 30 of us. Rob was in that 30. It's a Miss E Willer. It's a few other ladies, young and other guys that were in. There was about 30 of us, and we just used to get on there and we talk 3 or 4 times a day. He come on and he talk, and we talk in the chat like these guys are talking. And so then Rob went off and started his own channel with talking with Colin, and a few other people helping him. And his was a panel show. And so, like I say, I got up there one day and I talked on his show. And it was during football season, so I talked that once or twice, and then I didn't come back for like a week or so. And so I looked at my messages, and bro was like, "Hey, bro, I need you to come back up here. Everybody like you, this, that, and the third. They like your opinion. They like what you know. They like the way you talk." And so, boom, I just started rocking with him. Ever since then, trying to give him my time. And so now, the guys, Dino, you have to give Rob the man all the flowers and the kudos for this panel stuff because he started it. And everybody started over there with Rob, and people stopped messing with us because we're doing what we're doing now, which is spreading the good word. And we weren't going back and forth with people or being negative, and that just wasn't us. And we weren't gonna let nobody change us. And so some people went away, and then my guy Dino, he popped up, and my guys that had been over there with us, Big LT, Dev, a few other guys that had been rocking out with us, they were over there. So I just popped up on his show and started rocking with him and talking with him every now and then. It was nothing major. And then, like I say, that's how I ran into you just one night. Look at, all Colorado content pops up on my phone on YouTube all of a sudden. And I saw you, and I sat there, and I listened to you, and I say, hey, I asked Rob, I called him up, I said, hey man, bro, I ain't really got no people in there watching it, man. Let's hit him up, and let's see if we can get on there and see what we can do. And we've been rocking ever since. But that's just me, BWatts. I ain't looking for no fame. I ain't looking to be famous. I said in my post today, let the work I do speak for me. I ain't never gotta be the chief. I'm good with being an Indian. Cause I tell people all the time, to be a good chief, you had to be a great Indian. I know I'm a great Indian, so I always know I can be a good chief. So it's just me. I've always been that way. If you come to Gainesville, people will tell you he'll give you the shirt off his back. He'll go out his way to make sure everything right. So it just comes natural to me. I see the best in people. Because you never know what somebody's going through. I say that every time when we on here, bro. You don't really know. Some people don't look like what they really going through. So you just going by what somebody look like don't let you know that they really going through something. And so I always want to try to find a way to bless somebody, to help somebody in this way of life. So when it's like I say, let the work I done speak for me. And so I ain't got to do all that talking. I don't have to do all that. You'll just know that I've been here and I've done that.
Good take, brother. Good take, man. Appreciate you for sharing that with us, man. Like I said, I had a couple of people in there asking me on my job saying, man, who is this Coach Dre? Where he coach at? What do he do? What make him a coach? He got good take. I said, yeah. I said he been there for me every time I can reach out to him. You never disappoint me, man. And I can really say you're a true friend, man. Like I say, you ever need a shirt off my back? Shit, I ain't got no problem getting to you. I go with that. I go with that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will go with that for Coach Ray. You been there for me, big dog. You ain't missed a show yet. That's all I can tell you. You ain't missed one yet since I've been with you. And I'm grateful for that, man.
Again,
And I'm grateful. Just know that.
Even doing football practice, I patterned myself to make sure, okay, we got meetings from 4 to 6. So I know I can get home, make sure because again, people like Miss Johnson and all these people that's in here, they looking forward to seeing it because of the simple fact that they know what we're gonna talk about it. They know we're gonna bring it to them in a way. Like I say, it ain't about what you say; it's about how you say it. And you gotta always think about people and how you make them feel. It ain't about that. That's my whole thing. It's about how you can make a person feel. Same thing when I coach. It's about how I make these young boys feel. They love Coach Dre. When Coach Dre around, it's a party, but they know Coach Dre jump down their throat and tell them what it is and things of that nature. But we got to show the youth that we can come together. You see a lot of young people doing a lot of dumb stuff because there's a lot of old people doing a lot of dumb stuff. It's the blind leading the blind with a lot of this stuff. And so if we can show people that we can come together as brothers, black men or white men or whoever, as people, we can come in here, talk sports. Like I said, you can have a different of opinion, but long as you talking about it in the right way, can't nobody get upset. And then me and you talked the other day, and I told you, it's people out here getting killed about arguments about football and LeBron James and stuff like that. Like, that's silly. And the reason it's happening because when you get in an argument, when you start to lose in the argument, you go to being negative. You go to going personal and talk about somebody's personal business or somebody what they going through. And that ain't cool. That ain't nothing cool about that. But yeah, man, for anybody, if you go look on YouTube, Eastside High School football, we the Eastside Rams here in Gainesville, Florida. We got a few YouTube videos up. You'll hear me talking in a lot. Like I say, I don't like to be on the camera a lot. I stay in the background because I have a son that's on the team, and I don't try to get out in front of him like that. And so I just, you know what I'm saying. But hey, I love coaching the game of football, because most things in football gets you ready for life. Like what you gonna do when you get into a tough spot in life. Same thing with football. How we gonna come out of this tough spot that we in this. Can you get up after you got knocked down on from a loss? You're gonna have losses in life. Can you get up? Can you make it? So yeah, man. But I appreciate everything you done for us, BWatts. Like I say, we were just some brothers trying to help, and that's the way I always looked at it. I know people be talking about business and all of that. Like I say, 2 or 3 years ago, you wouldn't even see Coach Dre on nothing. No Twitter, no Facebook. I ain't on Facebook. I'm only on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. But 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't know none of that because I just think it's a place where so much negativity and so much wrong is spread in the world, and it's nothing there. People pass by the positive stuff to go chase the negative stuff. But I saw that I could make a difference, and if I only can make a difference in a few people's lives, then that's okay with me.
All right. Hey, the people on my side of the who's tuning in, and if you come back and watch the replay, I gave you what you want. You want to know the man of Coach Dre. I hope it satisfies you. If you have any more questions about Coach Dre, just shoot me some information. I'll get it to him and let him answer the best way he can for you. All right. Appreciate it, Coach Dre, for everything that you done did. Appreciate sharing us with your personal life and how you got into coaching and what you think about Coach Prime and as a coach and as a father. All right, here we go, Coach Dre. Finna start it back now. Here we go. Coach Prime, Coach Dre, is trying to redefine a winning culture. Travis gone, Shiloh gone, Shedeur gone. What? How hard is it gonna be for Coach Prime to redefine a winning culture when his Louis is gone, Coach Dre? The Louis is gone. How hard it gonna be? We don't know. We don't know. But before you
All
go far, I think before you go, one way he's trying to do it through this video. This guy he hired. Right here.
Understand? Remember, here is the biggest thing about greatness. Greatness ain't about, man, I got it here. Now let me go on. That's what people mess up. You know what greatness is? No.
You think you're doing wrong, and then you keep trying to be better, and then you're just great. Or you just do something great, and that's it.
I'm saying, but how I continue to do something good to become great at it. Like,
not mess up.
The consistency part. Like, once you master this form or this deal, I just need you to keep repeating that same deal.
So you don't mess up.
Yeah, so be a master at the fundamental. If you become a master at that technique, you want it. It's very, very important. Like,
be a master at the fundamentals. Once again, two-part question. Will it be hard for Coach Prime to redefine a winning culture at Colorado with Shedeur gone, Travis gone, the core of this football team is gone, and bringing in a guy like the new strength and conditioning coach? What effect he gonna have on the program going forward?
just like anything else, when you get rid of something old or something moves on, you got to go back to the store. So we just went and picked up some more Louis. We still got Louis. We still got Louis. We just got some new. We just went and got some new Louis. And when you think about what we got in that room, when you talk about Salter, you talk about Julian Lewis, you talk about Amarion Miller, you talk about Draylon Miller, Cam McHale, who people haven't seen, Q6, Farrakhan, Branch, uh, Hughes, and went and picked up some more Louis luggage. We didn't the new model Louis. Cause one thing about that Louis that we got, that Louis gonna be around, making sure that these boys understand what the mission is. And that, like I say, the biggest thing is we finna build a house now. But Shedeur, Shiloh, Travis, Silman, Craig, all them guys, they laid a solid foundation. They laid a solid foundation, and then we went out and got us a master builder. We went out and got us a master builder, Coach Swayze. We didn't just go get. And then when I say a master builder, I mean because you can go see what work he's done already. You can go see the house that he already built down here in Miami. You want to come down here to Miami, you can see the kind of house he done built down here in Miami when he was over the University of Miami strength and conditioning staff. And that's no knock on Coach Mo, because I think Coach Mo did a heck of a job laying the foundation. Now Coach Prime went out and hired him a master builder. And we finna build this thing brick by brick. So no, I don't think it's gonna be hard. I think we got what we needed to build it. I think we'll get a little more. We'll go out and go shopping one more time in the portal when they open them 10 days. We'll probably pick up about 10 more. And I won't be. Don't be surprised on high school national signing day if you don't get a surprise or two. We might not, but just don't be surprised at what he's doing. And so, no, I don't think it's going to be hard at all with what he already has. And that's the question that everybody gonna ask all summer. I mean, all season. What can he do without Travis? What can he do without Shedeur? What can he do without those guys that he's been leading on? Well, we already see that a guy like Timmons is taking the lead role in that room, and Draylon Miller. You see what Seaton is doing with the offensive line. Every time Well-Off shoots a video, you see after the work that had to be done, you see him taking them boys over there to get that extra work. Because that's the character that we talking about. I know what you're gonna do. I know you're gonna do the stuff that we making you do, but when you do the stuff afterwards. And so I think we're in a great position, BWatts. I can't tell you no story. I think we're in a good position. In every position. It's only maybe one position that I really would think about that I might be a little worried about, but I think we got it. I think we got it all together. I think we got quality backups, and so I think we're ready to rock and roll. And you're gonna see a difference in this football team this year. So no, I don't.
Okay. Hey, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I got the legendary himself, Coach Drake, out of Gainesville, Florida. Look at here, Coach Drake. Talk to me. But Well-Off Media. Reach the people. When you look at Uncle Neely, the pregame show, can they do the same with this new group, just like they did with Shedeur, Travis, Cameron Simeon Craig, Block Bullet, and all the other players? They took their names to another level in social media, and the content creators jumped in on it because it wasn't for them. I wouldn't have nothing to talk about, really, because they giving us a look on the inside. Appreciate it, Coach Prime. You can shut me down anytime you get ready, but I appreciate you letting me rock your team and you, and along with your sons and your players. But check this out, Coach Dre. What will be the challenge for Well-Off Media this year? Juju don't want this. You can tell Juju don't want it. He don't want the spotlight.
First and foremost, Bucky
When they throw that camera on, he tell them gone.
First and foremost, Bucky the real MVP.
Bucky
get all the flowers.
I'm gonna do a show on him Tuesday.
He's the real MVP. And I'm not just talking about the content creator. What he needs flowers for is because he's a real definition of what a big brother is. He's a real definition of what a big brother is. If you got a big brother like Bucky, you better thank the heaven that you have somebody like that in your corner. Somebody like that can put themselves can put their self aside and put you in the bright lights, and then you bring him along with you. He is the definition of a real big brother. But he deserves every flower. Every guy that's out here in this YouTube space right here ought to give him the respect that he deserves. Because BWatts said the real thing. There's no nothing if they're not giving you the insight. And that's the reason why I think some people overreact sometimes because they're not used to getting this kind of insight. Bucky told you that he put together a team, so it ain't gonna be difficult. He put his friends to work. He put his friends to work. You see, they've been up there with him for the last few years, so they knew this day was coming. Y'all
Right.
ain't
Right.
noticed that Bucky in Dallas with Shedeur and Shiloh them, but we've been still getting a well-off video every day that they practice. So he's showing you that he got this thing under control. Bucky's a mastermind at this stuff. And then you'll probably see a little bit more from Reach the People, from Darius, and his platform and what he got going on. And probably a little bit more from Uncle Neely. And those guys deserve their flowers as well for being loyal. Loyalty will take you a long way. Loyalty will take you a long way. And sometimes people want. I tell people all the time, you want it microwave. You want to be the star. As soon as you jump into this content creator space, or you jump into anything in life, you want somebody to give you some stars. You want to be a star. Don't nobody want to be patient. Don't nobody want to work for it. Everybody just wants somebody to say, oh, I done got in this space and I know this person, and I know that person, and I should be up here. No, that ain't how it works. You got to show people that you loyal. You got to show people that you got respect and you appreciate what they're doing. Because the Buckies, them guys ain't doing what they doing. We're not where we're at. And
Sure. Yeah.
You got
That's
to give those
100.
guys the respect, especially the respect that they show guys the scoop after. You get what I'm saying? The love they show Dukes. When Dukes, then sign his contract back with On3 to pull him in right away and put him and make sure he's straight. That's the kind of brotherhood I'm talking about, and that's what everybody should be doing out here in these YouTube streets. Showing each other love, making sure everybody's straight. And that's what me, Rob the Man, and BWatts, that's what we gonna push. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. Like I said, man, Bucky doing his thing, man. It gonna be maybe Rod probably know. How does new the quarterback coach? I don't got his name. Daryl.
Yeah.
What do you think his role gonna be this year? What is his role gonna be this year?
Same as last year. It's just now you got Juju and you don't have Shedeur. It's gonna be the same thing. But the goal right now is for him is just to get Shedeur in position to get him ready for the NFL draft. And then you come back and at some point you're gonna see Juju and Shedeur probably throwing together this offseason. But its main focus right now is to get Shedeur taken care of first for the NFL draft. What Daryl has done and having two quarterbacks potentially getting drafted top 3 picks is legendary. It's legendary, right? Because how many coaches can say, I got the kid way before when y'all didn't know this kid, and we've been working behind the scenes and doing all this to get to where we was at. Because most of the time when you hear about these QB coaches, it's after they got to the NFL or during the pre-draft process. It ain't never before the pre-draft process. And to have these two young men before the process, and that's legendary, man. You can't say nothing else. And the way he's building his brand out, because he's building a team. When you look at everybody that's got type of resource to Colorado, everybody's building a team. Bucky got his team, Darius got his team, Uncle Neely got his team, right? Daryl got his team now. So now he's able to not only just be able to coach and train Shedeur and Cam for this process, but he's got guys in place to train players that's coming to his facility while he's not there, to keep the business moving forward until he gets back in town. So all the stuff that it ties into one, and it comes down to loyalty and trust at the end of the day. And if you don't got those two things, it's going to be hard to survive. At the end of the day, loyalty and trust is everything. And just seeing the new wave of what you got to do. But shout out to DC, because what he's done for the program, a lot of people don't even know half the stuff he's done to help Shedeur get to where he's at now and to what he's going to do in the future. If I was anybody, I'd be trying to hire him as a QB coach onto my college staff, because guess what? He's got a network of players that he can bring to your program. You can go know one thing for sure: your quarterback position is going to be straight. But that's just me talking. So, but shout out to QB Select and the job he's done. Make it do moving forward.
Hey, you watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I'll come to you by the digital airways and YouTube. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Talk about my man, Tony Dorsett. And at 8 p.m., we're going to talk about Will Sheppard, the wide receiver for Colorado Buffaloes. Sometime this week, I got Scotty coming up. I think this day is Tuesday. Dude the Scoop. Just hit me up or I'll get him on. Once I get off, hit him back up. So that's what I got going on this week. Coach Dre, talk to me. The back end of Colorado defense. I'm still not sold on that safety position. I don't care who they got in. I don't want to hear nothing about no starter mind. That's just me. I ain't scared to say it. He ain't physical enough. Talk to me. Educate me.
Well, you just don't worry. You got Riley. You got Boyd. I mean, you got the boy Bird that just came in from University of South Florida. You got Ridley. I think you can move Vickers to safety if you had to. And you got Branch also who can play back there. Don't forget about you got the guy that came in late last year. He got the funny name, and I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. But so you got enough guys, and then you got my guy Hollywood Murphy back there. So we got enough guys that we gonna find us two safeties. With Bird being one, right now Bird and Stoudemire, you gonna have to beat them guys out. Between Bird, Stoudemire, and Riley, you gonna have to beat them guys out. You gotta also remember that if we wanted to, we could put Vickers in Hodge spot and put Hodge in Shiloh old spot. So you gotta believe in Coach Mathis. You gotta believe in Coach Livingston, and you got Prime Sanders back there. So I'm not worried about that. That's one place I'm not worried. That's one place I'm not worried. Or listen at this. You could also, they did it last year. You could put Hood. You could move Hood. And then Vickers could go to the other corner because I think Vickers is that guy. Not just because he's from Florida. And I said
Yeah, right.
about
Yeah,
Florida
right.
boy.
Yeah, right. You text me today. I ain't forgot about that text I got for you today.
So I think we got what we need. But I don't get me wrong. I won't be surprised if they go get another safety in the portal.
Okay.
Okay. I'd be surprised if they go get another safety.
Please do, Coach Prime. Please do.
Got enough with what we doing. We just got to find the right mix of what Coach Livingston want to do. But I think we got what we need if we had to go out there and get it done.
Hey, I'll say this. If you don't like Colorado safety room, just keep watching. Just keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? Springtime will be around. You'll get to see them boys fly around. Our safety room is one of those rooms that it doesn't have a lot of big name star power to it, but we got some guys back there that can get the job done. All you got to do is just be patient. Just be patient. I understand, right? You lose big, credible names that you used to seeing back there, and you think that it's just everything just going ahead. It's not. We good. I promise you. That safety room is the one room we good at. It's gonna be some talent that you have not seen, that you don't think that can play. That's gonna surprise the heck out of you. But you got to give it time to get to the springtime to watch and see. I'm just telling you, we got a lot more talent back there than you think. You just don't know because you didn't get to see them. That's all.
Well, that's all I can go off, guys. I can't go off that talk no more because Coach Drake tried to sell me on a linebacker by the name of Trevor Wood for 4 weeks, but that didn't work out. Then he came back and changed it. So he tried to sell. I'm going to come out of class. I'm going to make you come out there. Well, no, hold on, Coach Drake. Hold on, Coach Drake. Time out. Look here. Yeah, you tried to sell me on it before it came down to the fight. Then when that thing started to switch, I got the video. I can chop it up. I got 4 shows. You and Rob both tried to sell me on some players that didn't turn out. And hey, I'll answer the other show. Hold on, Coach Drake. Hold on.
Tell me what player.
And the lineman. And that lineman last name Johnson didn't even hit the field. So that's why I keep trying to tell you, the back end of Colorado defense. Oh yeah, you know it now.
Tell me. I want you to tell me. I can name a number of players. I told you when you got a real Sheppard.
Hold on. Yeah. Listen, Coach Ray. I got 5 minutes. I can do probably about 2 shows. 2 shows. Even though you're a team player, I know you want to talk good about all the players. That's what you were doing. But it was a hit and miss. Plenty of them. The dude Thomas that transfer in, both of y'all. Because, you know, whatever Rod say, you going to bag him up. And whatever you say, Rod going to bag you up. And all of them be wrong. But check this out. You don't know everything. Time out. I'm talking. When I talk, we're going to keep it the same way we've been saying. We're going to be professional. And we're going to talk right. When I talk, let me finish. Then Coach Drake. When Coach Drake get through, then you go, Rod. If not, we're going to have to end the show. I ain't going to turn my broadcast into that. This is my show on Sunday. Whenever I'm on. We're going to keep the same format. Let's go. Here we go. Coach Drake, you told me. Listen. Coach Drake, listen. You said, that boy Tyler, Trevor Wood, that boy gonna be a star. I ain't going pro. I got a video. All right. That's why. But I ain't gonna worry about all that. This how I'm going. When I talk about the back end of the defense, I'm good up front. I'm good at the linebacker position. But you keep trying to tell me about these players I ain't seen burn. I ain't seen them got no play yet. On the safety side, you keep telling me about this guy from Florida, Vickers. He ain't got no film on him. Me and JR done looked him up.
What you mean, y'all? He started at South Florida.
He started at what? I ain't got no film on him, Coach Drake.
You better go look at it again. He started at South Florida. He wasn't on no bench. He started.
What? Vickers he played corner or safety.
Who?
He played cornerback or safety.
Safety.
Coach Drake, ain't no film on Coach Drake.
I'm gonna find something and send it to you because I know it's film on it. He played big time for University of South Florida. Like listen to what I'm telling you.
Okay, he got another player.
He just said in the.
He got another player. Check this out. This guy right here. What FTJ thing.
That's what we talking about.
No, you said Vickers. Byers.
Vickers played for Oklahoma. Vickers from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. I'm looking it up wrong then. Now this guy right here. Listen.
Byers played for South Florida.
Okay.
For South Florida. Vickers played for Oklahoma. Byers played for South Florida. Y'all been looking for the wrong people.
Okay. Okay. My bad. You're right. Okay. Now this guy right here. I'm not saying. I guess I seen just one game when he played Alabama. They were good at.
No, he jumped off the field when he played. He jumped off the field when he played. He jumped. But this is the thing though. This the thing is our front seven gonna make it hard. It's gonna make it easy for the back half. You ain't gonna have a lot of time to sit back there and drink no tea and do all that because we're gonna have a heavy rotation. But what I was telling you on Trevor Woods was the same thing when you came on your show. Hey, them people start telling you to pump your brakes a little bit. I'm not saying that the Cahill Green wasn't better. I told you that I thought he should start. But I told you when you beat out a guy like Trevor Woods, you're gonna have to beat him out of everything. you're gonna have to beat him out at everything. And that means you show that you do all the other little things right. And so when you got a guy like Nikhil Green that does that, and then when you put him on the field, ain't nothing to be said.
You said that. You said all that. I give you that. I give you that. You told me all that. True.
You never heard somebody say that I got done wrong. I just got beat out. He knows that, but he got beat out in every aspect of the game, not just on the field. It was every aspect. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you that part. Okay. Let's look at
and Tyler Johnson had to leave the team for personal reasons. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into
I know.
Tyler,
yeah.
Tyler
But
Johnson
still, he didn't hit the field before that came up though.
But I think if he would have been there this year, he'd have played. If he'd have been there, he'd have played. Because of what we saw, he'd have played this year. He would have ended up playing some. He would have played. But like I say, that's no here nor there. That's not here nor there. But yeah, I'm with you on that though.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the running back room. The coach that's already there. Robinson. When I looked at his background, this dude did a lot of mentoring and training. A lot of players that have played at the next level in the NFL. What kind of impact will he have on Colorado this year before the spring practice?
Oh, Tommy Robinson gonna have a great impact. He's a
do you know him personally?
Running backs coach. He's a proven. Again, I'll tell people now. My brother-in-law was a coach at LSU. Now he's a coach at the Miami Dolphins. So he was a coach at LSU. Tommy Robinson is a great running backs coach. He coached, like I say, when you tell somebody you coach the likes of Emmitt Smith, hey, that by itself is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But when LSU was having they good runs with running backs, Tommy Robinson was the running backs coach. And the thing is, he is the assistant running backs coach. It's gonna be another guy that's in that room that's gonna command a lot of respect. So I think our running back room is good. I think that nobody stayed healthy long enough for us to say that they're not good.
Right.
Every time somebody had a good game, they got hurt. The next week they didn't play. After every good game that one of them done had, and they got hurt. The next week they didn't play. We was playing another running back. Because remember, after the first week, everybody was good on Hayden. Well, Hayden looked good against North Dakota State. Boy, we gonna feed him. The next week he wasn't healthy. Okay. Then we get Michael, and Michael started looking good. Oh boy, yeah, boy, Michael Welch. We told y'all the freshman was gonna be that guy. He get hurt. So nobody, and then the one person that you haven't seen that I think is gonna be the X factor is Hood.
Right.
I think Hood is gonna surprise a lot. I like Hood, and with the guy that's coming in, he puts you in the mind of a Marshall Faulk type of running back. He's a back that can do it all. He can catch it out the backfield. So Hood is going to surprise a lot of people. So I'm good with where we at with the coaching that we're going to get and where we at in the room.
I agree 100%. That's the key factor. That's the X factor. Hood. How healthy he's going to be and how they use him. Would they use him like, when they came out with Draylon Miller in the first game? Would they use him like that? Man, that's going to be interesting. I was like, hey, tell me this. You like Draylon Miller as a running back?
I think Hood gonna get used like they used Edwards that first year. I think they might use Hood like they used Edwards that first year. But Draylon is a Debo. I think you can put him in the backfield, throwing swing passes out the backfield. You just trying to get him in a mismatch situation. When you put Draylon back there, you trying to get him lined up with a linebacker when we know he gonna be the linebacker every time. So yes, I believe that Draylon might get a few snaps back out of the backfield this year like he did last year. I do believe that.
All right, last one. I'm gonna let you go. Coach Ray, my brother. Do you think the strength and conditioning coach will have them more able to avoid injury this year?
If y'all go
Good
back and
question. Good
y'all
question. Good question.
great question. That's my guy right there, Rev. Been rocking with me for a long time. Rev, I think if you go back and you look at the Miami, it's not a lot of those guys that got injured. That's the reason why y'all see a little difference in the training right now. Y'all see them doing a little bit more of the track training where they going. If you watch the well off, they doing the high knees over the hurdles and they jumping up on the boxes and trying to see. So all of that there is getting their legs and them knees and them ankles stronger and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that he's gonna be able to get them a little stronger in certain places to keep them from getting those little nicks, because that's what it was with our running backs. It looked like they just got little nicks, the knee, the ankle here and there. So I just believe that Swayze track record shows that it's not a lot of guys that really got injured. I don't believe Clint Portis was hurt none of the time he was at the University of Miami, and then Swayze was still his trainer when he left. He would always come back to Miami to get trained. So yeah, I think Swayze is gonna play a big role in that again. And when I say that, that's no disrespect to Coach Mo, because I think Coach Mo is a great strength and
Right,
conditioning coach.
right, right.
And I think this, as much as people think this is a bad thing, I think it's a great thing, because I think because Coach Mo knows how to develop those bodies and get them strong. Now I think he's gonna be able to add this strength, this speed training to the stuff that he already got. Sometimes I think people get so caught up in this, and this. Sometimes putting great minds together helps both of those great minds get better. And so
It
that's
do.
what I expect to see from Swayze and Coach Mo. So yeah, this is I think it's great. I just think it's a great all the way around.
All right. Hey, appreciate it, Coach Dre. Appreciate the Raw Demand Media. Appreciate it, everybody who's in the chat. Want to say special thanks to each one of you for tuning in. I know had a couple text message guys want to jump on, but hey, I catch them next time. Duke Scoop and uh Scott. We'll catch them next time. Hey, appreciate y'all for at least watching. I see y'all watching us. We appreciate that. And hey, if I offended Rod Man Media, I'm man enough to apologize right here, right now. Didn't mean to, Coach Ray. If I offended y'all, didn't mean to. I'm just, man, I'm one way. We ain't never done that, and I don't want to start that. Talking over each other. That's why people like our shows. Whenever I have a disagree with you, let me get off what I want to get off. Then we know the rotations. One thing I like about y'all, I know when to talk, you know when to come in, and Raw should know when to come in. That's the thing I'm trying to get over there with JR and Uncle Steve. Steve, me and him got the chemistry. I'm trying to get JR to that point. And when you do that, the broadcast move swiftly, and you ain't got to guess, you ain't got to pause. People know when to go. So, like I said, if I offended y'all, I'm mad enough to say I apologize if I did. But still, that's how I just want to go. I want to go just like that. I never interrupt you while you talk. That's just me. I'm a firm believer in that. So that's just me, and everybody in the chat also. Hey, like I said, I apologize if I offended anybody. But I mean what I said, though. I really do. I really, really do. But hey, thank y'all for watching Sports Talk with BWatts, along with Coach Ray and Rod the Man Meeting. Hey, always remember, if you put God first, I'm telling you, God will be a blessing to your life. Go ahead, Coach Ray. Close it out for us.
I want to thank BWatts for giving the spotlight to me today and letting me be able to talk about my great coaching adventures in my great high school, Eastside High School. Uh, like I say, bro, I'm just a nobody trying to bless somebody. Uh, last year, I started standing on purpose because if you stand on purpose, what's purpose without business? Then you can stand on business. Well, this year, guys, we're gonna add another element to that, and that stand with principle. If you stand with principle, then you can stand. If you stand with principle, then you can stand in purpose, and then you can stand on business. I'll say that again for people in the back. If you stand with purpose, if you stand with principle, then you can stand in purpose, then you can stand on business. And like I always tell y'all, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Drake. That is my brother BWatts. That was my brother Rod the Man Media. We'll see y'all next Sunday. God bless.
Appreciate it, Coach Ray. Y'all have a good night. Once again, hey, watch Sports Talk. We'll be Watts along with Rod the Man Media and Coach Drake. Hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. Until next, I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm talking about a long time. One of my favorite players of all time. That's Tony Dorsett, the former running back of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to give some shine on him for about 15 to 20 minutes at the 11 a.m. hour and at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on tomorrow. I'll be back. I'm going to highlight Will Sheppard, the wide receiver for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. I'm telling you right now, tune in. And on Tuesday night, I got Steve Woodley. And also, I might have my main man, J.R. Box. Stay tuned. I'm telling you, it's a good week. Trying to get Duke the Scoop on sometime this week. And also, Scotty of All Script TV. Hey, tune in, y'all. We're going to do it this year for Sports Talk. We'll be Watts. Y'all be blessed. And may God continue to bless each and one of you spiritually, educational, financially, and I'm telling you, educational. I'm telling you, you will be blessed. May God bless you. Thank you. I'm going to do this. Y'all don't want